Alright, so we're going to start to work on displaying the posts in our theme, but the first thing we need to do is actually create some content. So I'm in the back end now and I'm on the categories page, and I'm going to start to create some new categories. Alright, so create one called business, let's say entertainment, family, featured, which is an important one because that's going to actually be part of our home page, is going to be the featured posts. So we want that. Let's add one called politics, technology, and let's do travel. Okay, so now we want to go to posts. Now we want to be able to add an image to our posts, so before we do anything there, let's go into functions.php, go into our WP News theme support function, and we just want to say add theme support, and then just pass in post dash thumbnails. Okay, so now we'll go back and let's just delete the hello world. Okay, and then we're going to start to create some new posts. So we'll say new, and I'm just going to be pasting stuff in, just sample content. You guys are free to just copy it or use your own text, whatever you'd like. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to paste in a couple sentences, and then I'm going to hit the insert read more tag, so that controls where the content actually gets cut off. Alright, and then I'm just going to paste the rest in down here. Alright, and as far as category, let's say entertainment and family. Okay, and then for tags, we could just put whatever, tag 1, tag 2, tag 3, and then down here we want the featured image. So if we say set featured image, and we need to upload a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. Okay, so you should have a folder with all of these images. I'm just gonna grab them all, and then I'm just gonna grab this guitar one here and then set featured image. Okay, so that looks good for the first post. Let's publish. Okay, now we'll go add another one. Okay, then we'll get the intro text and then read more, and then I'll paste in the rest of it. Okay, so this will be business, and then for the image, let's grab this one here, set featured image, and publish. Alright, so I'm going to go through and do this probably 7 or 8 more times because we want to have quite a bit of posts to work with. Alright, so I'll do that and then I'll be back. Alright, so I am back and I created a bunch of posts here. So now what we want to do is go to index.php. Now the first area that we want to add is this part here, this top part. And this is going to be just the regular WordPress loop. We're not going to create a custom query or anything like that. Just every post that's created is going to show up here. Alright, so let's go to index.php. We want to go under the form, and this is that area. So we're going to want, first thing, let's put a heading right here, an H2. And let's just call this recent news. Okay, and then where we want to put the loop is right below the UL, okay, because these LIs, this represents one post, and we want to loop through and output that. So we only need that first LI, and then we can get rid of the rest here. So this is going to shorten the template up quite a bit. Okay, so now this LI, we need to wrap a while loop around it. So we'll say PHP while let's say while have posts, and then we need to do this the post, and then down here we want to end it. Alright, now in here is where we can put our dynamic content. So for instance, the title, we can replace that with PHP the title. And just to make sure that it's working, let's check it out. Look at these titles, and then we reload, and now they have the actual post titles. So that's what we want. Now this here where it says baby doe, we actually want to put the date there. So let's find that. Okay, it's right here, this H5. So in here we're going to replace baby doe with PHP the time. Okay, now we want to format this. So I'm just going to paste this in here. Okay, we'll take a look at that. And now you can see we're getting the time, at the date and time. So let's do the image, alright, which is right here. Now notice this image, oh no, it doesn't have a class. Oh yeah, it does, half bottom space. Okay, remember it has that class half bottom space. So we're going to go ahead and replace this. And we're going to say PHP the post thumbnail. Okay. Now we're going to want this to be a custom size. So what we can do here is let's pass in a string called news thumb. Okay, and we can actually use this in our functions file to make it a custom size. Before we do that though, let's add an array so we can add some options, because we want to add a class option. Okay, so the class is going to be half bottom space. Alright, and that should do it. Now if we go and check it, you can see that the width is correct because it's bound by CSS, but the height isn't. So what we want to do is create a custom size for this news thumb. So we can go in functions PHP, and right under where we add support for thumbnails, we're going to say add image size. Okay, and then we're going to pass in news thumb, and then the second parameter will be the width, which will be 400, and then the height, which will be 200. So let's save that, reload, and now our images are the correct height. So all this is dynamic except for this right here. We need to put in the excerpt. So we'll replace this paragraph, and let's actually create a div called excerpt. And then in here we can just say PHP the excerpt. Okay, we'll go and reload, and now we have our custom content showing up. Alright, and notice that the navigation just automatically works. Alright, so in the next video we're going to move along and create our custom queries so that we can get the featured, popular, and also the business posts. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video.